My name is Ava Thompson, and I live in a quiet suburb of Portland, Oregon. I've always been a private person, the kind of girl who likes her space, her coffee, and her quiet evenings after work. But one unexpected event in my life made me rethink the way I saw people and how I treated them. It all started with something as simple as a broken door in my garage, and a man named Ethan Carter, my new nanny. Yes, you read that right, a male nanny, or as he preferred to call himself, a house caretaker. After my husband passed away 2 years ago, life had become a blur. I worked long hours as an interior designer, trying to keep my mind busy and my emotions buried. My son, Liam, was 7, bright, funny, and full of energy that I could barely keep up with. Between school drop-offs, client meetings, and house chores, I realized I needed help, someone reliable, kind, and good with kids. That's when I met Ethan. He came highly recommended by a close friend who said he was not your typical nanny. When I met him for the first time, I noticed his calm and friendly demeanor. He was in his early 30s, tall, with an easy smile and a gentle way of speaking to Liam. There was something refreshing about how natural he was around children, patient but firm, funny yet respectful. He started the very next week. At first, I wasn't sure how I felt about having a man taking care of my household and my son. But within days, Ethan had proven himself invaluable. He cooked breakfast, helped Liam with homework, fixed the leaky faucet that had been bothering me for weeks, and even reorganized the messy garage that I had been avoiding for months. One Saturday morning, something unexpected happened. I had been working on a project late into the night, and my car wouldn't start in the morning. I decided to check the garage battery system myself, still half asleep, in my old sweatshirt and jeans. I didn't expect Ethan to be there. He walked in just as I was struggling to lift a box of tools. "Oh, Mrs. Thompson, let me help you with that," he said, quickly putting down the groceries he was carrying. I turned around, startled. "Ethan, you scared me," I said, laughing nervously. He smiled apologetically. "Sorry about that. I just came to put these in the kitchen. Didn't mean to interrupt." "It's fine," I replied, brushing my hair away from my face. "I was just trying to fix the car, but I think I made it worse." He chuckled softly. "Let me take a look." Ethan examined the engine, explaining calmly what had gone wrong, a simple connection issue. Within minutes, he had the car running again. I was amazed. "You're a lifesaver," I said, genuinely impressed. He shrugged modestly. "Just part of the job, Mom." That moment was small, but it changed something inside me. For the first time in a long while, I felt the presence of someone dependable, someone who didn't judge me for struggling or for not having everything together. Ethan didn't see me as a fragile widow or a boss. He just saw a person who needed a bit of help. As the weeks passed, the atmosphere in our home began to shift. Liam adored him. They built model airplanes together, played basketball in the driveway, and sometimes even cooked dinner for me. I'd come home to the smell of freshly baked lasagna and the sound of laughter. One afternoon, while I was in the backyard sketching a design for a client, Ethan approached me quietly. "You've got a great eye for detail," he said. I looked up and smiled. "Thank you. I guess it's just practice." He nodded. "It's more than that. You bring life into everything you design. Even this place, it feels like home again." Those words hit deeper than he could have known. For a long time, I hadn't thought of my house as a home, just a place to exist. But he was right. It did feel warm again. One rainy evening, we were all sitting together, watching a nature documentary. Liam had fallen asleep on the couch, his head resting on Ethan's arm. I quietly whispered, "You've done so much for us, Ethan. I don't even know how to thank you." He smiled gently. "You already have. You gave me a place to belong." It turned out that Ethan had once been a schoolteacher who left his job after losing his sister in an accident. Caring for children, he said, helped him heal. In a way, both of us were mending through the same small acts of kindness, him by helping others, me by learning to trust again. Months passed, and soon Ethan felt like part of the family. Not as a nanny or employee, but as someone we truly cared about. When Liam won his school art contest, Ethan was there cheering louder than anyone. When I received an award for my interior design work, he was the one who arranged a small surprise celebration at home. Then one evening, as we were cleaning the garage again, the same place where our first awkward encounter had happened, I looked around and said with a laugh, "We really came full circle, didn't we?" Ethan smiled. "Yeah. From a broken car to a fixed family." That simple line stayed with me. It summed up everything that had changed. He never overstepped, never made me uncomfortable, and never blurred the lines. Instead, he reminded me that sometimes, people walk into your life not to replace what you've lost, but to help you rediscover what you still have. Today, Ethan still works with us, though I often tell him he's more like family. Liam calls him Uncle Ethan now, and the sound of laughter still fills our home every evening. And every time I walk into that garage, I smile, remembering that moment when someone walked in unexpectedly, and somehow, brought the light back into our lives. Moral of the story: sometimes the people who enter our lives by accident are the ones who heal us the most.